Good morning, everybody. I have had a whale of a day already. So let's see who is here today. I assume you can hear me and everything's good, right? Good morning, Cavell and Barbara Ward. And good morning, Anik. And here we all are. So today is the day with the masters. Oh, I'm just going to see if, yes, the sparkles are still here. Interesting. Just checking. It's a crazy thing. Excuse me 1 minute. Marianne, Barbie, good morning. I was kind of looking for Paul because he wanted to speak to Thoth. Does anyone else have someone they would like to hear from? There's Paul. I was just saying I was looking for you. Yeah, that's a ha 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 ha. All right, so we'll start with Thoth. How's that with everybody? If you had another thought that comes to you, let me know. And we'll see if they're willing to come. All right. I just want to bring in and know that everyone has protection, and we'll reach out to Lord Gautama Buddha and have his beautiful blue flame go through everywhere and everyone in protection. Yes. And everyone's rooted. And everybody's heart is open. How's that? Okay. So Thoth is here. So I shall go. Well, it is a bit of a good morning I give, but I know already, perhaps, what this young gentleman requires in his question. So let me say, and I'll say it this way, the heart is still underestimated. What do I mean by that? There is a love that's deeper than the most beautiful lake, that's wider than the most beautiful sky full of beautiful white clouds. A mountain in its structure and strength. And then there's heart. So yet for you, my friend Paul, who requested my presence, I cannot give you a stamp of completion as of yet. So you are that person to determine, how does the heart feel to you? How does that mountain move inside your heart from love? How does those angels sound in the sky from a place of love? And the lake, the level of serenity. Certainly, this is a good gauge for all of you on your journey. But there is only one answer that you will all have one day, and you will be lost in it. Not lost that you can never come back, but it will be it. I know, a word that no one ever wants to use, and here I am using it. And I know that Paul would say, what is it? And if you have to ask, it certainly means you don't know. Holding the presence of God to a level of the upteenth, that is the it. So, challenge has been set. Certainly, takers sit here with us. And now, Paul, if there's yet another question before I leave, certainly present it. I see your name there. Yeah. It. How did you like that response, Barbara? Does anyone want to talk to me? Thoth is speaking. Yes. Perhaps I gave them something to think about. Well, let me say this. During the journey, it's about loving the self. Towards the completion of the journey, there's a place where you love God. And towards the end, it is the completion of the circle. So Paul, am I on the right path, pursuit of balance? Balance, a circle, the pie always must be balanced. There are a few shifts I would see for you. If you could imagine you're holding your feet back on some, you are unsure. I understand in the focus of balance, but feet are about the balance in the hip. Yes? So the hips are about the balance in the body. And I will say once again, there are 3 places that to the level where you are at this moment, you could do more balance. Because not only is it to take a participation in a development of who you are, but it's to have them unite and become union together. And many get perplexed at my teaching about balance, and that it's not just the heart, or it's not just the movement. It's about moving with heart. So I believe there's some of those levels of bringing it into a complete balance, that where you need to be, you do a lot of reading, and I think it's moving from the mind into other parts of you and bringing the awareness of the mind into the feeling nature. Feelings of the heart. that it, you see, will not be within the pages in your mind. It will be within the pulsating cells within your form. A cell within the leg must be exactly as well done as a cell within the mind. And you heard that here. There is a wholeness, my friend, you seek. So, in your pursuit of balance, I would suggest you request for the cells to gather and speak to you where they're at, how they're feeling. What do they all have a perception of about love? And I believe at this moment you will get a choir sharing to you. This is not a bad response from me. There will be those here that are quite impressed that as I have chills, but it is for the end of balance. It must be done. So take every thought. Oh, just one moment. Let me read. Oh, yes. That flush of energy comes. About when you're about where you are. It isn't it. It's going to become even more, my friend. You see the sparkling light you're all drawn to? Yeah. None of you have that complete. That would create a flush of light. But it all must become into balance. It is when those energetic pulsations are in all unity. I will use a new word if you're not understanding your word. And walk in a new expansion of your aura, then you'll understand what I'm saying. For every cell, just as if it were an army, for it to be efficient, every soldier would have to be at the peak of perfection. Here, in this situation, every cell must grow and let go. Those who have other patternings that still are worming around in there, there's things still to let go so that the perfection of the truth of that which God is, the it, you'll feel even more different. So accept that where you are quite powerfully, but it isn't it. I hope you understand. I don't know if it's true. Let me read this again. Flush of energy and my body constricts and grabs control. There's an issue right there, my friend. What is it attempting to control? It is not in balance. For you can reach to where the flush comes and it moves and expands is more than where it's in control. Yes, my heart is open. I welcome always from any of you questions. That's why I am here. Many blessings to each of you on this day. And let's let our word today be in balance in all ways. So it is. Oh, there you go. Paul, looks like you may have begun to feel the answer. I don't know. He didn't share with me, but he was very on point. All right. Good morning, Marby. Good morning, Lauren. Well, I don't think he'll come back now. That was a long time for him to even be present. But my question was if there was someone else, in other words, I think for me to do another thing now would have the understanding that what he spoke isn't going to be taken in and digested. And I'm not going to do that. I thought that was a very powerful experience, at least for me. I don't know about all of you. Well, I have a busy day today, so a couple moments when I'm here is powerful to me because there may be a day when I'm a couple minutes late. It happened today. They were very powerful. So let's see what's being spoken here. I have to pull this down. Yes, I guess you're going to have to go back to the beginning. But I still don't have, if he wanted to be Jesus, I can tell you it would have been if he was open to coming today. So he is going through his own processes with his father. And perhaps expanding more, who knows? But that's why I asked, who else would you like? You can see that I'm at that golden level of light. Who would think that it even shows itself? Profound. So, Metatron keeps giving me a nudge. So, does someone have a question for Metatron, who is one who sits on the right hand of God, is over all the angels? Elizabeth Ann, Mary Magdalene. What a good choice. All right. Perhaps it is a day to speak of love. So many levels of love, so many ways you love, and so many people you all love differently. Perhaps you're not aware of it. Even different aspects of yourself you love differently. For instance, do you ever let your toes know that you love the balance that they give you? Or the gentle warmth of a hug from your husband or wife, how it fulfills you? And perhaps I need to ask you, do you allow yourself to feel it? Love is a thing about believing. I always mention Disney. I do again here for Mother TheoSophia. How he holds his hand within a child's body, but it's a child's heart. For the heart that we all begin with as a child has innocence. And I think in the world that is existent today has a lacking of innocence. There are few that are arriving at that luxury, for with innocence there's no separation. There's no condition. There's no anything but love. And to be loved that purely, I'm not sure the percentage of how that happens. I know it's not 100% for sure. It's still the journey of the earth plane. So here we are now, you are, I should say, in this experience, which is a lot of separation and pain. Good morning, Elizabeth Ann. You understand that pain isn't truly real. It's a human condition that humans give to explain what they don't understand. I will repeat that. It is a human condition that people use to describe a condition they feel. And what is the true condition? It is a lack of love, a capacity of an emptiness or a pain or an anguish. All so many words that could describe not being lovable or not being loved. And Elizabeth Ann agrees with me. And Lauren says, how can I be more of God? From the moment that you began, the allness of God was offered. It is then in the development, as the cells multiply, that it is separated out and given a different thought to. And it is in the journey, for each time you've had one, that the work is done to enhance the level of love each being holds. Yes, it's quite a miracle. There is nothing like a miracle of God's to touch the heart with a wisp of light. Similar to this. I want to hold this one up again because look. Yeah. Yeah. It is all available to everyone. It is dependent on how you choose to perceive what love is. Do you understand that some people have a lot of terribly hurtful things happen to them, but they don't realize that's not loving? It's been happening to them for so long that they just assume that's what love is. Yeah. Oh, the healing for disease. All these things are separate from love. So for each situation, you must look back. There must be some place for uh, I just want to address sweetness, since it's part of her name, there would be somewhere in the life of coming in, coming out, coming in, coming out, that there was a great sadness or pain and not love. So once again, you come again to the earth to have an opportunity. For when you're first born, usually you have all the tools you need. And immediately, if it's part of your karmic path, it will not. And it's to choose and to learn from the situation. Wow, I've had love all along. Why couldn't I see it? Why couldn't I feel it? For some people, it's because, well, that would make me different. People would look at me. And yet, if you had it, there'd be a perfection in it. So it's quite interesting and deep in the development of each person upon the earth plane. Excuse me 1 minute. Their sweet Farish is saying exactly what I'm saying. And I believe the best way is to start the journey and just begin to love. You know my history. I was searching love anywhere, looking for it everywhere. And it wasn't until I illumined from the eyes of our Heavenly Lord did I know that I could be deserving of the purest love. How that would be for you is not here in my answer, because that's why you're here. Love is, it does exist. You need to discover why you keep yourself from it, why you're not worth it. A lot of worth issues here in this group. It does no good to cry tears. It is about discovering what it is. The contemplation, the writing. There's a day where you might all of a sudden hit it on a nail and write about it. Let it speak, give it motion. Because hiding it is not giving you the love you deserve. The it. Yes, all of us on this side are aware of the it. We're also aware of how long it took us to get to the it. So enjoy each moment. Each moment is speaking to you about where you are not. Each feeling is saying, but you're here. That's true. But there will always be more. Always. Well, your answers are within you. You know, wounds, disease, thoughts are things. I have seen people walk who could not. It is about your level of belief in God, your level of belief of the person you see standing in that moment in front of you and what they've been through and what they know. Let's see what Paul has to say. Yes, you have to call it from the divine world. And many here are doing that and are changing. It's not an answer that's going to be that I can snap my fingers for you today, but I can assure you it is true. Love, the love of God, is where you will find your answer. For he loves you unconditionally, and he always forgives you first. That was my amazing realization for me. My forgiveness came before I could even think the word. So, love yourself. Let it have time. Sit and write. Sit and meditate. Sit with yourself. And what is the beauty about you that mirrors itself to you? And how can you change it if it's not? It doesn't mean to become weak or meek. There's a strength in self-love. There's a belief. I believe in you. So many things. Perhaps I will speak to TheoSophia about having a day her and I work together about developing love. Many blessings. Wow. I might have missed some here. A man in dreams sad. Yeah, I don't get it. Praying to receive the answers I'm seeking. Then you must be patient and allow them through. You're very welcome, Lauren. That was a wonderful pick of who to bring through today. But I will consider working with her for a gathering. Lesson for us from you and Mother. Yes, could be a lot of different ways. Love is the present unopened. How do you like that? And I'm sure everyone here has experienced love. But when it's the love given to you from such a high space of understanding, of depth, that word love then becomes a part of the holographic experience of who you are, it is different. It is very different. That which we're all yearning and looking for, I would say. Oh, you're welcome, Marianne. I would say perhaps we won't forget today. We had wonderful thoughts, and now we had Mary Magdalene. And we had you. So tell your friends. We're all opening up to another whole level of whatever it is. Whatever you all need to talk about. You're welcome, Camille. I am here for all of you. And I don't know if I shared it, but I studied, I don't know if I've got to think of the name of it, a course, and I had to go every week, and I knew everything they were saying. And I'd write, God, why'd you make me come here? I don't belong here. I don't have this issue. Well, you could tell it's a different time than today. And then there was a day when I realized that was ego talking. For we have an ego and we have a personality. If you didn't know, you all have both. And I still laugh and chuckle at myself every time we get into this conversation. Because maybe you're being the same. You think you're an achievement in somewhere where maybe you really aren't yet. And it's okay, because you'll get there. And if I'm showing you correctly, it is part of the process. That's how it happens. Let's see what Barbara says. It's so hard because everyone believes they already have it. Due to the fact that people haven't had the real thing. And in the human world, things that are that difficult to achieve are chosen to be forgotten. So let's let that go and know that there isn't it. I thought Thoth explained it beautifully. There is yet an it. Yes. And you can catch yourself by when do you move out of that love and how quickly is it done and under what circumstance. And it all will help the unraveling. Acceptance is another good word that leads to the issues around love. Wonderful. Lauren, you don't understand. That means you're in the right place. It isn't that because it's not what you know that it isn't true. It's raising your consciousness up to where it understands. Consciousness is always open. It's like right now where you are, not something you can really see. And then when you get to where you can see it, to have an understanding of how it moves and survives and lives, and it's everywhere. Very, very fascinating. So perhaps we've topped off today. We went through love and being unconscious and conscious, being in the moment and not. But we can all know to say thank you. Acceptance, forgiveness of self, all of it. We all want the it, and we will get it. There is no doubt in my heart. Is there in yours? Excuse me. So, have a great weekend. I have a tight schedule today. Wow. We are getting to where we're all growing so much. It is so wonderful. Anticipate Monday. And yes, I'm about ready to cry. Is that okay? It's all lovely. You're all beautiful. And I pray for you to just see what I see when I look at all of you. Many blessings. Till next time.